Okay, 2765. Wow. All right, let's not screw it up.
All right, when you pick out a bench, take your face up to the, and when you're done shooting today, take your face up to the firearm.
That's not a bad group.
Good group.
2765, SD of 0.6. Guys, I can finally say it. I love this Model 70 featherweight in 30-06. Now, if you've been around my channel for a bit, you know that a couple years ago, I reviewed this rifle, and the title of the video was a love-hate relationship with this gun. And what we had found back then with the gun is it was very picky. Now, I still think it is very picky. We tried all sorts of ammo in this. Factory ammo with hand loads. And really, there's been 3 bullets and loads that this gun has liked. And most recently, I've really found something that this gun really loves. I just love shooting this gun. If I gotta be honest with you, this gun is way more enjoyable to shoot than a lot of my other cheaper guns. I know, big surprise. But there's just something about shooting a Model 70 controlled round feed, that smooth action, the walnut stock. It's just a classic and is so enjoyable to shoot. And finally, it's consistently shooting great groups. When I posted that video a couple years ago, and a lot of you guys were trying to troubleshoot, tell me what could possibly be wrong with the gun, you know, to you need to bed it, to yeah, it's just a crappy barrel because the new guns from Portugal just aren't that good. A lot of you, though, were blaming the Vortex scope, and I get it, guys. There's a lot of hate for Vortex. It definitely wasn't the scope, and I'm no Vortex fanboy, okay? This is actually not my gun. It's my brother's. He's the one that picked the scope. So I've mentioned that there's basically 3 bullets that this gun has liked. So the very first one is the 168 grain Barnes TTSX. And it was kind of the very first bullet we ever loaded in it. And it still shoots sub MOA. It still shoots really well. It shoots around 3/4 inch, which is good for this gun. The other bullet that I have found that it likes, it took quite a bit of work to get it to like it, was the 165 grain AccuBond. It was going pretty darn slow. First up, 30-06 165 grain AccuBond. 2708. Not very good. So finally, this whole month, I experimented with the Norma Bond Strike, the 180 grain. I'd noticed that this gun really liked the factory ammo. In fact, the gun has never shot extremely well. And the second group ever with the Bond Strike factory ammo, it basically got a half MOA group, which I was shocked. Just happened to have some Norma Bond Strike bullets that I can hand load. So here is what this gun does with my hand loads. Next, IMR 4350 load. We're going up 1 grain. 2652.
They're pretty acidic. I can't eat a whole lot of them.
2640. Not a bad group at all. Average velocity of 2648, SD of 7. Still slow, but it's shooting good. Okay, N550, 180 Bond Strike. Yeah, it's 2766. Not a bad velocity. Doing about the same as it did last time.
Go from a bench to a gun rack.
Okay, 2765. Wow.
All
right, let's not screw it up.
All right, when you pick out a bench, take your face up range. And when you're done shooting today, take your face up to the firearm.
That's not a bad group.
Good group.
2765, SD of 0.6. So the first hand loads was with IMR 4350, and As you saw, we got a darn good group with IMR 4350. It was going slow. You know, IMR 4350 is a little slow burning for a 30-06 with a 180 grain. Topping out, when you push it hard in a 22-inch barrel, you're topping out around 2750. So obviously I wasn't pushing it real hard. Yeah, that's awesome that the gun was able to get just about a half MOA group with this Norman Bond Strike bullet. And then we got a 5/8 group with N550, pushing it a little harder. N550 is a little bit faster burning than IMR 4350, and you can get quite a bit better velocities with N550. Now, I've done a bunch of groups. Some of them didn't do as well near the top. I won't show you the groups, but here's the velocities I was getting with the N550. 2831.
Yes. Holy man.
2834. It's not liking it so far. I just wanted to show the official group measurements from the IMR 4350. Again, really slow velocities, low ES, you know, but it's 3 shots. I know. But again, almost half MOA, pretty darn good. This paper's a little bit wet. It was snowing when we were shooting, but a nice 5/8 group, average velocity of around 2766 or 2765, but an ES of only 1. That's pretty awesome. Dang, that's good. Now, I have taken and shot this load at least twice. The last time I shot it, it did a just under sub MOA group. So it is somewhat repeatable. We probably should do more testing to make sure that it still stays sub MOA. But even if it doesn't, I don't really care. And neither does the animal. So just to wrap this up, I'm really happy. We finally have a consistently good load in the Model 70. And we've got this really awesome bullet, really high BC bullet, bonded bullet, which I love bonded bullets. You know, going a respectable velocity of 2765, and it's sub MOA. So what is that, foot-pounds of energy? That's over 3,000 foot-pounds. Yeah, I'm just really happy with it, and I don't know, I guess it's time to go test it out on some game.